Hi, everybody. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and thank you for Principal Liang to invite me here today. How many of you guys don't speak any Mandarin at all? At all? Okay, that was me a couple of years ago. Well, more than a couple of years ago. I actually was born in Bangkok, and then I came to the United States when I was 10 or 9, and then basically just went to, grew up in the American system. And then my grandfather taught me some Chinese in our own home dialect when I was little, just after school for about half an hour a day. And then I learned some characters, but never really learned Mandarin. And during my medical school time, during my 4th year of medical school, I was, I think, 22 or 23. And I basically decided to take some time off and go to China and go to study Chinese. And my first plan was to go to Taiwan, but at the time, China was bombing Taiwan or trying to bomb Taiwan, and they were bombing the ocean near Taiwan. I thought, well, let's just change my plans and go to China instead. So I had a friend in China who worked in the health department, and she had a friend whose husband was willing to teach me Chinese in the meantime. So I decided to go there. It was in 1996, and I arrived there in late March. And the teacher would come to our place, and I would learn Chinese. It would be about 1 hour in the morning. We would look at the course that I had brought. I brought a book of how to study Chinese, and I went through the book with the teacher. Once a day, I would learn about 10 to 15 new words, and then in the afternoon, I would go outside and try to use it and try to talk as much as I can. And I would bring this little phrase book, like the tourist phrase book, and go around talking to people. And so by the end of the first week, it was very difficult, and my brain hurt. Having to listen to Mandarin, I haven't been able to understand it before. And people thought I was a little bit crazy because I look Chinese, and I am Chinese, and still I don't really speak it, and I'm using this book to help me. And then after by the second week, I can get around town and go into the bus and still have a hard time listening to what they're saying on the bus. But then after, by the 6th week, or at the end of my time, I had 6 weeks of vacation. And at the end of the 6th week, I was able to do a lot better, and I came back to the United States and continued to practice. And so that's my experience of learning Mandarin. 所以我现在就用中文讲。我本来是从泰国出生，然后就差不多9岁到美国来，一直就是经过那个英语教育。后来呢，就是念医学院的时候，我就想应该是学点那个普通话。本来是从小的时候，我祖父是教我那个潮州话，然后认了一些字，但是不是认得特别好。那当时就是96年，我就打算本来是要去台湾，但是那年呢，就是中国是在轰炸台湾那个演习，所以我就改了那个计划，就打电话到北京，我有个朋友在那个中国健康教育研究所工作，然后他的朋友的丈夫是能教中文，我就在美国买了一个课程，就跟我一起带到北京去。到北京呢，我就第1个星期就是特别困难，就是每天就是早上老师来9点到10点，然后每天就是学几个生字。可能10到15个，那下午呢就是出去逛街。我那个最深刻的印象就是我拿了一个小剧本，然后就去了邮局，要买什么东西。然后那个小剧本里面就是有标上那个拼音，我就是很费劲的，就是这样的，就是对着那个服务员，就是我要买什么邮票，他们就是都以为我是发疯的，长得像中国人，但是讲得不好。后来呢，就是过了6个星期，就是有这个语言的环境，就掌握这个普通话，就好像那个舌头就被解开了。但是后来就回到美国呢，我就 就是练习，就是要不跟就是教会的人交流，或者就是打字。首先就是你知道那个四书不是有一个最初一本书叫《大学》，我就把那个《大学》就是打成拼音，然后从拼音就是打进电脑，这样呢就更深刻的认识那个拼音怎么用的，然后从那儿就开始呢就慢慢更认识汉字。
谢谢黄医生的分享。Thank you, Dr. Wongworawat's sharing.